Hey guys, welcome yet again to another reaction video. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we're gonna be watching Hulk versus Godzilla, Marvel versus Kaiju. This is going to be a very interesting matchup that a lot of people have kind of expected this matchup was probably going to happen, but I didn't expect it to be this early. A lot of people actually been thought this matchup is going to be later on, some other time, maybe another couple months or so. But apparently, they decided to just give us one right away, and already going to predict already. Well, it looks like we already have a vote, and there's nothing we can say about that. So yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna be watching Hulk vs. Godzilla by Death Battle, and this is going to be interesting since this time, Hulk is going to have a return since I don't know when was the last time. Let me give it a quick look before do anything special. Hulk has been a versus in Death Battle before. One with Doomsday from 8 years ago. He was versus a Doomsday, and one for in about 4 years ago, Hulk was versus Brawley. So, what was the result? Hulk got destroyed twice. And now he's going to be up against Godzilla. So the question is, will Hulk finally redeem himself in this matchup, or he's going to go to the something that I'm gonna call it right off the way. It's going to be the Goku bench. Something I'm just gonna call it right off the way. It's like basically where just basically all the loser who's lost 3 in a row. I mean, we got Batman, who technically who lost to Spider-Man, Iron Man, and technically supposed to lose to Captain America, but Death Battle gave him an upgrade or just gave him a win no matter what. Then we got Shadow, Shadow did technically win. He lost twice and then won one time, so he's not going to the bench at the moment. But I'm hoping he will get his redeem. He'll get a second win finally after he'll destroy Mewtwo in the future years once he's get a little rematch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As for Godzilla, who has been on Death Battle, but he has been versus against, I think it was Gamera in 11 years ago. He was, yeah, Godzilla versus Gamera. So that was a very interesting matchup, and one of the first time I think they ever actually used 3D models, which was, I mean, it wasn't as great, but it was actually a pretty good attempt. So a pretty good, solid animation. Definitely worth of tier. But anyways, but yeah, besides that, we're gonna be versus the Incredible Hulk versus the King of the Monsters, and already going to say Godzilla is have this in the bag. I've already learned a little bit about Godzilla and a little bit about the Hulk. Apparently, Godzilla has versus Hatsune Miku for some reason, which is like, what? A little strange, but I don't remember that. And yeah, as for Hulk, he's probably going to lose. Not gonna lie, he's probably going to lose again, since if I recall remembering, I think Godzilla has versus the Man of Steel and won, if I'm not mistaken. As we all know, Superman, who, was in Death Battle versus the Super Saiyan, basically. We all know him. His name is Goku. And he won three in a row. The guy who's the Man of Steel. And you know who he is. Basically, it's the Kryptonian. And you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and say, just like right off the bat, I don't need to really give you a full detail, but basically, Hulk has versus Superman. He won. Hulk is weaker than Superman, we can get this thing out of the clear way. Just say it off the bat, and say Godzilla is going to destroy Hulk. Like, they can give him so much buffs, but no matter what, Godzilla is going to annihilate Hulk. It's not even a competition. So yeah, I'm excited about the animation, but I'm already going to predict Godzilla is going to win. All right, I already know that Godzilla has this in the bag, except for he doesn't really wear a bag. He doesn't. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it, and let's wait for a couple minutes and see once their result. I mean, we're probably gonna have their little explanation, but I already know Godzilla is going to win no matter what. So we're just gonna learn a little bit about Hulk and Godzilla while we're at it. So yeah. So see you in a bit once it has reached its countdown, and see you in a bit. Until then. Also, my little sister is not going to be joining us today because she kind of just bailed. She just bailed kind of at the last second. Like, she was actually supposed to be in our session and watch with us, but decided not to because she just didn't feel like wanted to do it. So, unfortunately, my little sister is not going to be joining with us. She's going to be watching after the live stream. So, it won't be counting as a feature, but hopefully she's going to be enjoy it after this death battle is over. But yeah, alright. See you in a bit. Alright, let's see. Oh, wow. Are looking nice.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the king of the monsters. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay, looks pretty nice already, animation. Alright. If it's too low or too loud, sorry about that.
What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
A weapon designed by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became the Incredible Hulk. A pissed-off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green Scar.
The World Breaker!
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons of rock, jump from New Mexico to Florida in a single bound, and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. he was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say world breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it. By himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that, Hammerman. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from fatal wounds. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder.
Yep.
Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes?
I'm sorry,
and
what?
read people's minds?
Okay, that's
also,
new.
he can
That's
see
new.
ghosts and give him a good old-fashioned Hulk smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels, a gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays
Okay,
are
that's a bit new.
electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616,
Wow.
gamma
Did
radiation
not
is an
notice that.
electromagnetic frequency that can
What a
manifest as
surprise.
either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built the Her Collider Synchrotron, a machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom. Hey, can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the
Green
bomb
door.
killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
Double
It's
hell?
trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back, ready to rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all, the dark side of the one above all.
That's right. God has a Hulk, and he
What?
wants Bruce to bring about
Okay,
the end of
that
all
sounds
things.
fake.
What Hulk just said? Nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there is.
That sounds a lot of information. I appreciate they put a little bit more efforts this time, and that sounds a little bit
The
interesting.
year was 1946.
I'm happy about Hulk,
The press gathered at
but
Bikini Atoll
still
to witness the
not
power
sure if that's
of the
gonna be more.
nuclear
It's
bomb.
gonna be enough.
But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up ever, so he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes and the most epic roar ever.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around, not including Manila, the Scrappy-Doo of Kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy-Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent, so we'll examine his entire history, focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Goji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath!
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power, and spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well, he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up,
Oh, yeah,
Godzilla
I
can
remember.
blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech piloted by Hatsune Miku.
There's also a number of era-exclusive powers.
Miku?
Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can
Kinda
fire rays from his
feels like that's
eyes.
a reference
Pew,
to
pew.
something.
Effectively a
That's a
living
Sonic
nuclear
Bandit
reactor,
reference.
Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
I'm
You
sorry,
know,
what?
it's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath at Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you? God, I want a Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might,
This is not
he's
a
battled the
sponsor,
most
people,
dangerous
trust me.
of foes, like King Ghidorah and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer. Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super
some of
forms.
them are a
He's
little bit
gone full
disturbing.
shonen and powered up a few times.
think I know
So
a few.
much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned
yeah,
another
he did.
Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. but also Japan's and Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad, though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On two legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go again.
A creature like Godzilla cannot
Don't worry,
realistically
Boomstick.
exist.
You'll get used
This
to
proved
this.
to be an elusive question for decades.
Grab some
even
popcorn
highlighted in
and
Shin
Boomstick.
Godzilla,
He's gonna talk a
until
lot.
a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly! What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity, a challenge laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes. We get why that happened. But to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way: if something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, "That thing didn't actually happen," and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts.
Yeah, a
TLDR,
little bit
Ultima
myself.
tried to bring
Well,
about a catastrophe that would end the
not much.
universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it, because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
Well,
Look at the skull.
alright, so let's see who would win. Okay, let's think about it. A green angry man versus a ginormous lizard that shoots fire breath out of its mouth. Jeez, guys, this could be an actually hard decision. You know what? In fact, I have no idea who would win. You know what? This could be actually even a close fight.
Behind the scenes goodies. So how about it, guys?
I don't know.
Go to W.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, obviously Godzilla is going to win. There's no competition. Godzilla is going to annihilate Hulk. Final answers. That's it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
It's
for
time.
a dead
It's
battle.
time for Hulk's final battle. All right.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Here comes Hulk. Fight. Ha! Think that's gonna work?
Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
Well, that did nothing. What the fuck is this?
You think you're strong? I scar the world! Take out!
Oh! Come on, Godzilla! Give it off! Okay. Take that thing off your mouth! Or face, actually. The only to grab it on his mouth or his face. You know, it's just either way. You're gonna blow up the entire Tokyo?
Stupid lizard.
Are you sure about that? You should have done that, Hulk. Oh, yeah.
I think I understand.
Well, good luck, Hulk.
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are...
Oh. Rip.
How does it work?
Well, smash.
Oh, God. I don't know.
A million
I don't know if I like that
trillion to
face.
1 rising. That's the odds.
Alright.
Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000 times. A million. A trillion. I just need one. You did it, big guy. We did it.
Wait, what?
Hey-o!
I'm sorry,
run
what?
this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3
No,
categories.
no,
First
no,
up,
no,
power.
no,
Most
no,
versions
no,
of Godzilla can
no.
shrug off black holes and extinction level events.
No,
Tag beyond light
no.
speed foes like Gigan. Blow up planets.
L battle,
However,
L battle.
The Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes
No.
nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar, so both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions. So let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place, could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with, and Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point, but that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our understanding.
Who made a device with those particles that breaks space-time, like the diagonalizer? Who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator? Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even if Ultima's catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Even among gods and monsters, man was the Ultima weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
Next time
Banner,
on
not the
Death
Hulk.
Battle.
Okay. RWBY?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to count this as a win or not, or if I want to accept this lost. You have to completely ignore the fact that why? The one time that Godzilla was going to actually have a chance to win again, and they just... Well... I'm a little pissed off, because... Was this correct? I don't know if I want to accept this as a lost. In general, I just feel like it. Yeah, look at this. Look at the chat. Ah. I'm just trying to accept the fact that this actually just happened. They actually let Hulk win. I genuinely just don't understand if... It's just so much stuff happened now, so... Yeah. So, are y'all okay with this matchup? Me? Not much. I just don't understand. I feel like Godzilla should have clearly had this win here, but at last, it looks like Death Battle has surprised us and given him a one-time win. So I guess he won't be sitting in the bench slot. Yeah, look at this. Anyways, so what do you think about this death battle? The entire wait, all of that, just to lose. I had so much faith in Godzilla, and he disappointed me now. The king of the monster has been beaten by an angry man. Can we just go back in a bit? Like, I need to. I'm sorry. I need to fully understand here the last bit. So they're both immortal. They can't bypass each other too much. And the powers are equal, if I remember. Power, immortality, and gamma versus archetype. Just feels like I just don't know why. I feel like that was just. I feel like I mean when you saw that at this point when Hulk did the. Looks like Hulk was winning this one. I felt like that was just a trick just to make him lose. I mean, it obviously made sense that he looked like he was gonna lose after that. After Godzilla was gonna rise up again, but jeez. And this one was actually intense because this one was actually around. I think this was. Let's see here. What was it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute battle actually. That was actually pretty long. The animator must have pulled a lot of effort into it. But still, that was the end of the battle. And next time, it's going to be. Hold on, actually, let me just put the counter on. I mean, I'm a little salty, but I guess Death Battle knows they're analyzing and all that stuff, so there's nothing to accept. So hold on, let me just accept a 7th loss for unnecessary reason, because I think they still, like I said, I feel like Godzilla should have clearly won. But it looks like there are going to be a lot of complaints, and I think we're going to have a lot of YouTubers complaining about this matchup. And if I was right that Godzilla should have clearly won, then I'm going to count this as a W, even though Hulk won. So that's all I'm going to say. So yeah, pretty annoying matchup. Pretty good animation.
Among gods and monsters, man was the ultimate weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
I'm just a little upset about this guy just won out of one time. They just brought Hulk back just to give him a free win, I think. But you know what?
Next time,
I'm okay with it. Okay.
I'm on Death Battle.
RWBY, and then
Subscribe.
RWBY versus Maka. I don't know who Maka is, but I know something about RWBY. Apparently, I mean, we already seen plenty of the. I mean, if I remember, we got Yang versus Tifa. Who was it? It's here. Death Battle. Yang versus Tifa. Yeah, Tifa. Yang won, but Tifa's supposed to win, but I don't care. Then we got Blake versus Mikasa, and Blake won. Then we got, who was it? Let me see here. It was, I don't know, just typed in Flash. I just spelled RWBY. Hold on. It was Weiss versus Mitsuru. So they basically bringing all of the RWBY characters to fight. So that's cool. So now they are gonna bring RWBY into Death Battle. So we got two wins and potentially two losses, maybe. I don't know. It could be actually could be anything. I don't really care. I'm just so upset that Godzilla had to lose. Like, my boy just literally embarrassed me. There's so much anger in me right now, literally just like the Hulk, and I am disappointed the fact that Hulk actually, I mean, he took a win finally, but still, come on. So upset. Like, I was hoping I could get a sixth win finally, but this time Hulk has to have a win just because Death Battle felt like to. But either way, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm just very, very annoyed about this matchup. Whatever. See you guys next time for the next reaction video. Now, there is something I might as well just give it off the way, since I don't know how many people are going to be watching this at the end of the video. Usually not a lot of people do, but I am planning to do another video next week, so see you guys then, because I think I'm gonna be doing another Lumion sweep by that point. I think I'm planning to do one around next week, so see you guys then. And as for this reaction, hope you enjoyed this one. I'm pretty salty about this loss. And that's it. See you guys next time. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. And as always, stay lucky out there. And take care.